Please, just let me be on the podcast.
No, we told you already. We don't let non-members on the podcast.
But I've got like 600 subs. Count me as like a special guest or something.
No, we can't do that because we have a very contrived set of criteria for special guests that you just don't meet.
Time to die.
Okay, wait. Hear me out. Okay, what if you just, I don't know, brand it differently?
Okay, go on.
Okay, you let me on the podcast, but you go with a shorter runtime and brand it as a special type of episode where instead of talking about anything, it's anyone. I mean, I have a gun. Give it a catchy subtitle too, so the viewers know it's different.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I can agree to those terms. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that seems fine.
Did they say they have a gun?
Team Code Red.
Welcome back to Team Code Red on Air, the podcast where we talk about everyone and anyone. Get it? See what I did there? And welcome to the first Spotlight episode, which is a funny subtitle that we had no choice but to make. Help. In all seriousness, welcome back to TCR on Air. And as I mentioned, this is the first Spotlight episode, which is a new mini-series we're going to do where we bring on our friends, fellow creators, just overall people we think are interesting, and instead of talking about things with them, we talk about them in front of them and say the worst things imaginable.
We're going to feed their narcissistic egos.
That too. Anyway, this if you
Greedy
couldn't tell,
capitalist at a time.
exactly, we are all greedy capitalists, and so we brought the greediest person that we knew. Ladies and gentlemen, gender non-specific entities, welcome, Toby Fully Baked Toberson.
Hello, that is me, Toby Fully Baked Toberson. I have a YouTube channel called Fully Baked. We passed 500 subscribers recently, and I'm very thankful for it. I'm also coming up on my first year kind of celebration, so that's cool. So yeah,
Very, very cool.
things have been going well for me lately, and now I'm on here, so it's great, you know. So,
It means you peaked. It means this, like, you're not going to get any better than this.
exactly. So thank you for having me on here.
Oh, we're happy to have you, Toby. Tell us a little bit about your content. What do you do? What do you make? What's your goals in life? Like, what's your social security number?
I can give out all of the information except for one, that being what kind of content I make. Social security number is 2. The kind of content that I make. No, that's it. The kind of content that I make, I try to keep it varied, but I realize now the overarching like tissue that connects it all is it's gaming content. For the most part, like I have like multiple Sonic Colors reviews and like a multi-part series, a lot of video game top 10s, but recently I've been branching out a bit with like a classic 2000s commercials reaction video and, you know, talking about one of my favorite bands. So overall, it's mainly gaming content, but I like to keep it, you know, varied every now and then.
Right on. Well, Toby, now if you want, you can tell us your origins with our group. How did you find Team Code Red? How did you find out where I lived? And what did you do with my dog?
Well, the way I found out about Team Code Red was pretty simple. We are actual friends, me and you.
This is true.
And I saw you posted like an update to Team Code Red, and I was like, "Hey, that looks interesting." And I figured I could use my clout to get on the show. I mean, I didn't do that. No, I did do that. I used my clout to get on the show, but like in like a good way, you see, because I thought it'd be funny. But that's basically how I found out about it, was through you, and then we just kind of went from there. We talked about it. And then eventually I just kind of looped the conversation around to, I wonder if I could be on an episode of your podcast. And you said yes, and now we're here.
That is how it happened. You're also my former dealer. You gotta mention that part.
Vicodin, yeah.
That's
a problem.
Also in a Corgi dealership situation there. But you know, you also know Connor as well. If either of you want to talk about that, please feel free.
Hey Connor, we know each other.
Wait, what?
We know each other, right?
For the bit, yes.
Oh, okay, thank goodness. I thought it was losing my mind. I thought it was going crazy there for a second. Good to know we know each other.
Yeah.
I think Connor's, for those at home watching, for whatever reason, Connor is in the room behind me munching on my old Halloween candy.
Yes, I'm eating a bag of M&Ms right now.
But you don't like candy.
I'm not eating all the candy. I only had 2.
Alright, well, this has nothing to do with Toby.
I'm not eating all of it. I'm only eating most of it.
Basically.
Cool stuff. So, you guys were in drama this past year together. How'd that go?
It went well.
We went well. We passed. Well, like I don't think there was anything significant that I could really pin down. Like overall, it was just like it went well. It was fun.
Despicable Me.
Oh yeah, there was what's the word I'm looking for? There was an improv project where you had to take like a basic like animated film or story of some kind and then improv a performance based off of it, and we did Despicable Me, and it was terrible, but I was Gru, so that was the fun part.
You were Gru. That is.
Yeah,
Can you do your Gru voice for us? You do have the height, but can you?
The only thing I did to make it a Gru impression was I just did a Russian accent. So if you want my basic Gru voice, it's hello, I am Gru. I am Despicable Man. That's it.
Oh my god, I can't believe that we got what's his name?
You got Steve Carell.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah,
Yeah,
Steve Harvey.
I'm so despicable that Despicable Me is just me to me.
Despicable.
That was terrible.
You think we could? Can this podcast be tried for treason?
Maybe.
Toby, tell us your story. Tell us how you got into YouTube.
I don't think there's any specific way I got into it. I guess I will talk about it now. This is my like third time being around on YouTube on this channel. I've actually gone through like periods before where I like did YouTube stuff. It was the first time around. I was throw some quotes up here. I was a food review channel, but what I did was I just ate warheads and I made funny jokes while eating them. The second time around, I was a more like all around content creator. What I did was I did more like I actually went to arcades and did like hacks and stuff like that, but that was more pre-pandemic stuff. But when the pandemic hit, I figured I really wanted to use this as a creative outlet, and it only took me about a year to really get into that because my first video was uploaded Valentine's Day of 2021. So the reason I really started getting into it was because I just wanted a creative outlet. So I took advantage of my computer and I just started doing YouTube stuff.
And ever since then, you've been the most popular person on Earth.
Exactly.
It's basic science, really.
Yeah, that's why we're super popular as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, everyone here at home is thinking, wow, the two most popular creators ever, right here on my screen.
I can't believe this.
Unless they're listening on Spotify, in which case they can't see anything.
Yeah, in which case, wow, right into my ears, the two most popular people I've ever met.
Right into my ears, they're blessing our vocals. Well, please feel blessed.
I will, you know.
All right, good. So my next question for you, Toby, we've chatted about this a little bit in recent, but I am more curious about the origins of your name and the evolution of it, I should say, throughout the YouTube years.
Okay, I've had a lot of usernames. I'm gonna find this finally gonna be documented. This is good. So I've had a lot of usernames. I think the first username I ever had was Crossbow Gaming. I was a big Assassin's Creed fan when I was younger, and I just thought the crossbow was like the coolest thing ever. So that was me for a while. The next one I distinctly remember having was Vulture Gaming because I was like, crossbows are lame, vultures are cool, and so I named myself Vulture Gaming because I was like, they're cool skybirds. But eventually that died out, and then I went through a few usernames in very quick succession. The first one I had was Junk Jet Rat, and the username came about because I was a big fan of Overwatch and Fallout 4. I still am a fan of Fallout 4, not so much of Overwatch. But what happened was there's a gun in Fallout 4 called the Junk Jet, and there's a character in Overwatch called Junk Rat. So I combined the two into Junk Jet Rat. That was my username going on for a little while. I actually started it pre-YouTube, pre what I am now on YouTube. This was basically my username back then. So for a while it was Junk Jet Rat, and then I changed it up to Maize Bean King, which is weird. Maize Bean King came about because there's the Soro TV, a creator who has not uploaded in a while, who I hope we'll see again someday. Soro TV had this video going through a subreddit of I think it was Comedy Heaven, and it was like roses are red, I'm going to hell, and then it was the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. But someone responded maize bean because it looked like a bean with a maize in it, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. So I named myself the Maize Bean King. And for a while on YouTube, I went back and forth between Junk Jet Rat and Maize Bean King. And literally, sat myself on my bed one day and was like, okay, I need to come up with a good username, a definitive username. So I was like, what's the dumbest thing I can come up with and then work it around into something else? So the first thing I came up with was potato. I was like, okay, potato. No, that's stupid. No one's just gonna watch a guy whose name is Potato. And then I was like, okay, so what do you do with potatoes? You bake potatoes. So I was like, okay, baked potato. And it's like, but that still contains the root of what I'm going for here. It still contains the potato. So I'm not sure if that's what I want to do. So I was like, okay, scratch that. So we eliminate potato. We got baked. So that's the first part. And I was like, you don't want to, like, what kind of baked potato? So I was like, half baked potato. I was like, cut out the potato, half baked. And I was like, well, that makes me sound stupid. Like I'm a half baked creator. It's like, oh, I'm a real dumb guy out here. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that either. And so I just finally settled on fully baked as my name. I didn't consider at the time that people would interpret it like I was high. I had never in my life done drugs, or at least like illegal ones. I've taken like an Advil every now and then, but
Gives you the Incarone seal of approval.
Yeah, drug bad.
yes. But yeah, that's how fully baked came to be.
Very interesting. Wow, that actually makes a lot of sense. I like the thought process. So, what happened that got you from baked to being beaned for a hot minute there?
What got me from baked to beaned and then back to baked is actually kind of funny. When I switched to online learning, or I guess when we switched to online learning, I forgot to one day change I couldn't figure out how to change my name of my Google account and my name of my YouTube channel. So everywhere my name was fully baked. And one day I got on call with my English teacher for the class, and he called me out. He was like, "Who's fully baked? Who's getting high?" Pretty chill English teacher. But I realized I was like, I have to change it. So I changed it from fully baked to fully beaned because I was like, it's relatively close and it's funnier. So for a while there, I had said it's fully beaned, and I didn't change it back because I don't know if it was a scared thing, but it was like, if I changed it to fully baked, then that's going to be on my like people are going to see that the people are going to see fully baked, and they might interpret it the same way my English teacher did. So I had it set as fully bean for a while, and then recently I figured out a way to switch it. So I was able to set my name as my name and my YouTube channel as my YouTube channel, and I was able to finally change it back to what it had originally been all this time, which was fully baked. I do not have that many interesting YouTuber stories, but I'll try.
No, that actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised that you haven't gotten the fully baked thing more often. But don't worry, if you didn't know, Ryan's whole motto, like it's literally right there on his hat, is drug bad. So
No,
it's a good thing. It
only.
doesn't mean you're completely high all the time. Because being high on the podcast, that's a no-go, right,
That's
Connor?
how they get you.
But what about in a meeting?
All right, next question. April 9th, 2020. Where were you?
April 9th, 2020. Give me a second. I'll come up with an answer for you.
Give us some improv. That's
April
another
9th,
like
2020. I actually don't remember.
That's okay. I did not expect you to. I was just putting you on the spot because Connor, Toby, and I are all, or at least were at one point, connected through high school improvisation, also known as Improv Club.
And I am so sorry to all my viewers who might be coming over to watch this. I did not mean for it to be this way.
Don't worry, we already did our episode where we shamefully admitted that most of us are theater kids.
Well, at least you got it out of the way. That's good.
Yeah, exactly. I own up to my sins.
Occasionally.
Yeah. Hey. Well, tell us more about what you're working towards, Toby. What are your goals for 2022? What exciting content should our viewers and your viewers be looking forward to?
Don't expect anything. The primary point of my channel is not popularity. The primary point of my channel is to be fun and entertaining. It's why, like, the Aaron Ryan video blowing up is something of a welcome surprise where it's like it's not something I planned on happening. It's not necessarily something I even wanted to happen, but it's happening and I'm like, cool. All right, I guess we're doing this. So it's not really something I care about. So the primary thing I want to focus on is making fun content. And I often go back a lot on scripts. Like I got like 7 in the work and like probably only 2 of them will see the light of day within the next 6 months. And I'll probably come up with a lot more scripts in that time, and I'll probably do them as well. So there is no plan. The plan is to do whatever I want and whatever I feel like.
Right on. That's kind of how we roll over here. Obviously, we're all capitalist scumbags, but making stuff for the fun of it that's kind of what we do, isn't it?
Not really.
No.
Yeah. Okay. I knew you guys were gonna gang up on me like that. Come on. Why are you even doing this to me?
It's almost
You
like
think
we're
too highly of
predictable.
us.
A little bit, slightly predictable, but no, that's something that we can definitely relate to. Is just making content for the fun of it. Would it be nice if everyone who has ever lived would be like, "Hey, nice content"? Yes, but that's not why we do it. We do it because it's fun to ridicule each other on podcasts. Apparently, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, I've done enough talking. I'm gonna leave Connor and Ryan to ask questions and put them on the spot and make them feel insanely awkward.
What did you have for breakfast?
I actually didn't have breakfast today. I had nachos at around 1.
Okay, then. Where did you have for breakfast?
At my dining room table. What kind of question is that?
We just needed to know.
Okay, and what's on the shelf?
Like the one right next to me?
Yeah.
I've got a Nintendo Switch, my skeleton mask that I'll wear for my fake face reveal, spoiler alert. I've got all the Big Nate books, unironically. I've got some Calvin and Hobbes books here and some Peanuts comics. I've got like 2 dirty bowls. I've got glasses, and over there I've got the Giving Tree, but it's turned around, so I'm just looking at Shel Silverstein's face.
Why would you want that?
So I know I'm protected, obviously.
Understandable.
Protected? Okay, and that concludes the fully baked shelf tour, I guess.
I mean, you asked.
I appreciate. I did ask. I didn't expect to actually get all that good knowledge, especially the Shel Silverstein. I like that. I think I already knew about that. That's good. Nice token to have to protect you.
Cheers.
Whatever Shel Silverstein does.
Writes books.
Yeah.
Unlikely. That makes no sense.
Unlikely. Yeah, I cannot understand why someone would ever write a book.
True.
That wasn't sarcasm. None of us are authors yet.
Who do you think would be an author?
You.
Actually, one thing, if I ever get really popular, one thing I jokingly said I would do is I'd write a book called "I Wrote a Book for Money" by Fully Baked. Because
At least you're honest.
a lot of YouTubers at some point, their managers tell them, "You should write a book. We'll make money. I'll make most of it, but you'll make some money." And I'm like, what if I made a book? What if I wrote a book that I explicitly call myself out on just doing it for money?
You see, that's the angle that's a good angle to go at. Call yourself out, because then people are then gonna want to buy. It's like, oh, it's self-aware.
It's self-aware. I gave the first TED talk, and I can't remember the name, but it treats you all the same. That is a very specific reference. I'll DM you the song later.
Yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, but
isn't that the case with
tricking your fan base into reading your books? That's also what we do. We actually have 3 full-length autobiographies released under us already, and that was a lie.
Now that's what it's all about. Making
I love
money.
that. I love telling obvious lies that I immediately just go back on. I'm like, hey, did you know that Genghis Khan actually invented rum and coke? And then they're like, really? And I'm like, no. Obviously not.
How could you lie to us like this?
How dare you?
Especially
with a smile on my face, Ryan.
In front of Connor, the impressionable child. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm so impressionable.
Yeah, you're young.
You know that Connor's actually the oldest out of all of us?
No.
Okay,
well technically I'm not even the youngest.
Yes, you are.
What?
Well, not here right now.
Like in the world?
Yeah, in the
right
world.
now, technically speaking, Connor would not be the youngest person here.
Are you the youngest here?
Yes.
Nah.
Plot twist. No way.
Did you not know this?
I did not know that, actually.
Wait, what are
I
you
just
talking
kind of
about?
assumed that because
Wait, hold on a second. Ryan, how old are you?
Ryan's the oldest.
Okay.
Will you be 19 by the time this is out?
Yes.
Cool. Editor's note. Ryan is 19.
I'm the editor. That's not how editors do what notes work.
Toby, I just kind of assumed because you're a skeleton that you got to be pretty old. And
No, man. I'm not.
where'd the skin go?
I think, yeah, I definitely, well, knowing Connor is a grade ahead of me, it means I am 100% the youngest person here.
My mind continues to be blown.
Do you know how old
Who's
I
blowing
am?
your mind?
No. I
Bleep
thought
that
you
out,
were in...
and when you actually upload this, I don't want people knowing how old I am.
Yeah. You're 21. Wow. That's crazy.
Wow, I can't believe I finally made it to 36, but yeah.
If we keep on saying different ages, they'll never know which age you actually are.
No, I'm pretty sure it's obvious. 42. Come on.
Yeah.
The answer to everything in life is 42.
I don't think that's how that goes.
Yeah, it is. Hitchhiker's Guide.
Two little mountain, two little mice, the calculator in the earth.
Yeah. Well, let's just keep on talking about...
How dare you?
Let's just keep on talking about numbers. Yeah, this is great. We're milking out the runtime, you guys.
52.
I'm sure the viewers will appreciate this.
You're gonna love
Did
this.
any of you guys have any more questions for me?
I was just gonna ask if anyone else had questions because I've asked so many.
Where's the money?
Can't ask that.
I actually have an answer to this. Give me like 1 second while I find it. Okay.
The answer or the money?
Okay. Plus 34 degrees, 59, 20 degrees, negative 106, 36, 52.
So many numbers have been said in the last 2 minutes.
That used to lead to the money, but now it leads to the bodies of 2 DEA agents.
Okay. All right. Well, good to know. Back to actual questions. Who's your favorite TCR member, and why is it Leaf?
The correct answer is Fully Baked. He starred on this really cool episode of this new format.
This is true. Can confirm. I don't know. Maybe next time we'll come up with some like ridiculous game show like initiation bit where we force you to do something really ridiculous to earn your way on.
I did. I asked you. I have social anxiety.
That's true.
In my mind, that makes it really crazy.
Yeah. I meant something like pouring a bucket of like worms on your head, but yeah, I guess.
To be fair, Leaf is intimidating enough.
Yeah.
Leaf could definitely pass as someone who's killed a lot of people.
Probably.
No, I haven't.
Leaf could totally pass as somebody with a big forehead.
Oh, we're bringing the bit back. You know what? Never mind. I'm not siding with you anymore. I hate you.
Yeah, I know.
Connor, leave the toxicity at the door. We have a guest.
Well, don't you think by showing the guest who we really are, we are truly being more genuine?
I guess. But do people come to watch you say you hate us? No, Connor. I don't think they do. And if you're listening and you love hearing Connor say
Okay,
that
Leaf.
he hates us, then let us know.
Tell Ryan you love him.
Ew,
Ryan, I love you.
that's disgusting. I just want my hat back.
Okay, well, you know what? Since we seem to be really failing at asking good questions, Toby, let us brainstorm, and you can ask us some questions.
Okay, should I ask the really narcissistic question? I guess we're here.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, if you guys have seen my channel, do you have any like I don't know if favorite video of mine is the right word here, but we'll go with it.
Well,
if
I may.
Okay.
If I may. I have actually seen every single video, which is a blatant lie, but I've seen it for you, and I've liked them a lot. I was actually watching that Aaron Ryan one earlier this morning. Pretty good.
What we can talk about is the movie.
Okay, let's talk about... Yeah, okay.
I'm making one, and that's about it.
Ooh.
That's true. And I was bribed into being a casting director.
You weren't bribed, you're being paid. There's like a very staunch difference there.
Well,
Please give me the role.
You can't do that, Connor.
We'll get back to you, Connor. Don't worry.
Nice attempt, Connor. Just calling Toby out.
I have children to feed.
No, you don't.
And the child is you.
Statistically speaking, I have more children to feed. I've got a dog.
I have 2 cats, okay?
Oh, good point.
All right.
Take the $20.
Thank you.
Feed your cats for $20.
Is that coming out of my pay?
No, it's
Yeah.
coming out of my wallet though.
Okay, cool. Well, yes, it is true. Toby's working on a very interesting short film, and I've had the honor of being involved as a casting director, poster maker, and I feel like there's one other thing that I'm forgetting.
I'll tell you about it in the event it happens.
In the event it happens.
And
Yes.
honestly, I can't really remember all the stuff we gave you.
Yeah, I just remember that I talked about it. You mentioned money, and after that, I'm sold.
Literally.
Got to have
Sell
money.
out.
We've got to have money.
It's the first person I've
No,
met that
seriously.
understood that
It's
reference.
such a good clip too.
That's what I'm saying. I've been saying this, that Ryan and Toby are very similar. That's like same exact person, but different font. In this case, the
Except
font
one's
is
more
either
tolerable.
Toby, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. Yeah. I kind of think of Toby as like Ryan minus the French and / evilness.
I'm not evil all the time.
Not all the time, just to me.
Just most of the time.
Can you just like play back the bit where you comment on my forehead again?
No.
I guess, well, they are editing it, so they really don't have to.
Yeah, that's true. You can make
I
yourself
have
seem
the
like a
power
saint.
here.
Editors
I have
know.
the high ground,
Don't let him
Anakin.
have the power. If I say it enough times, then like it'll work, right?
No.
No? Okay, cool. Because I found it very funny when I was watching Toby's videos because like this seems eerily familiar. Cool, thanks. It's eerily similar.
It's really similar.
Yeah, like I was watching your videos and like this comedy, it's really good. Why do I feel like someone's about to call me a racial slur?
And then I realized they did.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this is problematic content. I'm gonna unsubscribe.
And then I did. Wow.
For those of you at home, this is not true. I think.
You might want to check on that.
Videos. Anyway, to answer your actual question, I really liked the first video I watched of yours was your top 10 games you played in 2021. That was my introduction to the fully baked metaverse. So I gotta say that was a pretty good one. But all your videos I've watched, I've thoroughly enjoyed. I like your commentary. I like your style. I like the fact that you are a skeleton. I think skeletons are pretty cool.
I have to make a disclaimer. I guess I don't have to, but the skeleton thing is not meant to be an edgy thing. The reason I started out being a skeleton, I actually detail this in my in my year 1 update, is that the reason I'm a skeleton is just because of the skeleton saying tax evasion picture on Tumblr. So I ripped that and made it my profile picture. Then someone drew me a skull, and then I used that. And then Leaf, you drew this avatar, which is now what I'm currently using, and I really like it.
What can I say? Sometimes I do things
You're
that people like.
welcome.
No, I hear Disney. Disney's coming.
How many movie references can we fit into one podcast?
We'll probably have to save that for next time.
Yeah, we're gonna save that for the how far can we go before Disney sends us a cease and desist?
2 minutes.
Great.
I know Disney like the back of my hand. They will get you.
Have they gotten you before?
They have not. I refrain from using Disney music because despite what it may look like, I like having all of my limbs.
You just like traded in the flesh for the actual.
Yeah,
Just get a new one.
I did use I actually did use a Disney song once. Why do you think I'm a skeleton and I don't have flesh and bones?
There you go.
You have
Again,
bones.
to those listening on Spotify, Toby is a skeleton. We're not being weird, I promise.
Yeah, despite what it may sound like.
There actually is a lack of flesh, but don't worry, we've got plenty to share.
Remember, it's not weird.
It's
It's not weird. He's just definitely dead.
If you couldn't tell, this is our first time doing a podcast like this. We're throwing out a traditional formula, and so we didn't have as much time to think ahead. But don't worry, it's good, and you like it. You like it,
especially the part where you ask me questions.
Yeah, because we have so many of those lined up, right, Connor?
I think we should wrap up now.
Yes, I think so.
I'm gonna just I'll promote my stuff and go.
Yeah, all right. Plug yourself and get out of here.
Again, my name is Fully Baked. I got a YouTube channel called Fully Baked. I make gaming content for fans of Fully Baked. I've got some pretty cool stuff coming up. I might even do a Punch-Out stream.
Ooh.
Yeah, overall, I think I've actually had quite a fun time coming on here, so thanks for having me.
Thank goodness, because we're a blubbering mess here. Well, it was an honor to have you, Toby. And for those of you listening at home, keep an eye out for TCR's very own series, The Town of Everhaven. So you might just catch Toby's voice in that too. It's not a spoiler. You're allowed to know that.
You're legally allowed to know it. There's posters and everything.
Yes. And otherwise, Toby, it was very nice chatting with you. And maybe we'll even see you again to maybe collab on some gaming content in the
We'll meet again. Don't
Don't
know
know
where.
where.
Don't know where.